Hello my crafty friends, it's Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations, and today I am bringing you a Christmas in July card, which is going to be a Slimline card. So I am taking some Tumbled Glass Distress Oxide ink and using one of my Tim Holtz sponges, and we are going to ink up probably, I would say, 2/3 of this panel. I don't need to do the entire thing because I'm going to put some snowbanks up, so we only need to do the top section. So once I get that all ink blended until it's smooth, I was originally going to do clouds, but because it's a slimline card and my stencil is shorter than that, I didn't feel like trying to match it up. But this is a stencil which is from one of the old Simon Says stamp kits, and it has a set of snowflakes in it, so I am just using some post-it tape to mask off the other designs that are on this because it's meant to be like a house builder stencil, and I know me, I will stencil everything that I don't want to stencil. I am going to take some white pigment ink and another ink blending foam, and I'm just going to show you a couple of these because I really shook my camera while I did this, so I don't want you to be nauseous while watching it, but I did that all across the top of this panel. Then I'm going to take my Lawn Fawn Liquid Stardust, add that to a little bit of water to it, and splatter that with a paintbrush liberally all over this panel to give it some shine. I absolutely love this stuff. I realize that my bottle's getting down there, so I may have to order some more because I feel like I splatter it on all of the things. It gives such a great sparkle. I will hold it up so you can get, kind of a idea of what it looks like. But it's so much better in person than on the camera. So I'm just going to wipe that up. And I am taking some, it is just from my stash. It's some glitter cardstock that I've had. It's not anything that's newer because it does tend to flake off. I hand cut a few snowbanks out of this. I'm going to adhere this first one down using some just regular tape runner. I will put it to the back of my front snowbank so that I can place it down on the card in the correct location. If you saw my recent video with some waves that I had made, I wished I had done that because I ended up placing the first one down in the wrong place, so I didn't want to do that again. So I'm adhering them together. One doesn't have any tape on it, but just so I can get the placement right, I'm going to put that one down. And then my first mistake was I adhered this down using some foam tape. So you see it's down there. Here are my characters that are from the Simon Says stamp Gnome Place Like Home. And I had colored those using my Arteza Everblend markers and cut them out using my Scan and Cut. And I have an action wobbler on the back of this one, the tree, and I'm going to press it down. Which one, it's glitter stock. It doesn't really want to adhere too well to it. Second of all, I pulled it off. So here I am cutting out another snowbank out of this same glitter stock. And honestly, I've had it so long, I don't even know where it's from. And I'm going to adhere it down flat to the cardstock because the dimension of the foam tape and the action wobbler was just too much for this card to be able to handle. They were not laying correctly, so I ended up tearing it apart, taking off the action wobbler, and I only got 3 of these in a kit a while back, so this is the first time actually using them, and I had to end up putting some art glitter glue on the back of them so that they would stick to my card project, but that worked quite well. Right now I'm adhering my snowbank down using some wide double-sided tape. I'm going to get the backing off of that, and then I'm going to figure out my placement of where I want my little gnomes and my tree. So I'm going to end up adhering that down, like I said, with some art glitter glue to the back of it. It was sticking fine to the tree itself, but as far as sticking to that glitter cardstock, it was having a hard time. So we're just going to do that. I do peel off. I was only going to originally do the center one on a wobbler, but I decided why not do all 3? So that's what I'm going to work on and just show you that it works. These are fun. I really need to order some more because they just add a little something to a card. When you put it in the envelope, of course, it flattens them down right to the project, so it's not like they add a ton of bulk to them. So I'm just going to work on my placement, add a little glue, and I do have to hold that down, for a little bit just to make sure that it adheres to it. And then for my sentiment, I used, it's also from the Simon Says stamp, Gnome for the Holidays, the Merry Christmas. And I am going to stamp that on a scrap of white cardstock using Bee Sting ink, which is from Simon Hurley. And then I will cut that down using my guillotine trimmer, and I will adhere that. I do pop it up on some of the foam squares. I put it in the center to begin with, and then I changed my mind that I would prefer to have it in between two of the characters, so I shift it over to the right a little bit. So this action wobbler needed some glue because I had used it on a project once before and then opted not to do it, so it had already been removed and then added back in, so that one was pretty sad. So I'm just testing to make sure that everything is actually glued down and working. So now I'm going to get the sentiment stamped down. And here is that stamp set. There's some cute images in here, some great sayings, but I had a lot going on with the little wobble character, so I just wanted to keep it pretty simple as far as the sentiment goes. So like I said, we're using some Bee Sting ink, which is from Simon Hurley. So we'll get that stamped down, cut down, and adhere to the card. So, and then I will adhere this to a Slimline card panel using some art glitter glue, and that will complete the project for today. This is in celebration of Christmas in July. It's hard to imagine that we are only 6 months away from Christmas. We can't even go anywhere yet. We're thinking of holidays, but I like to get a head start on my cards when I can. I wouldn't want to mass produce this card by any means. I think it would be too much to be able to do, but it is also a card I created for an entry into the ink and, oh goodness, of course I'm not going to remember the name of it. Oh my Lord, it's Courtney Krieber's new blog. Create and Inkspire or Inkspire and Create. I have them backwards one way or another, but definitely check it out. It's for crafters to share their creations. They do some fun things over there. It is brand new, and there's also a rumor that there is a card kit coming out, or a craft kit, July 15th, so I can't wait to see that. So here's my project for today, guys. As always, I hope that you have a great day.